Welcome back to Kamal Kunj Home Academy, Encounter with the Art and Science of Ceramics. In this session, we will discuss about manufacturing process of commercial glasses. How commercial glasses are made. Using sand. Sand itself can be fused to glass. Sand itself can be fused to produce glass, but the temperature required is 'very high'. About 1700 degrees Celsius. Now, by addition of sodium oxide, by addition of 25% sodium oxide, temperature can be reduced to 800 degrees Celsius. But the glass of this composition is soluble in water. And it is called water glass. It is known as water glass. Now, by addition of other chemicals, such as sodium oxide and magnesium oxide, glasses can be made stable. Normally, commercial glasses are transparent or colorless. And can transmit light. Now, certain chemicals are added to produce colored glasses such as green glass or blue glass or brown glass. Different colors are added, about which we will discuss later on. Compositions of commercial glasses are more or less similar. Compositions of commercial glasses similar. Generally, they contain silica (70 to 74%), sodium oxide 12 to 16%, calcium oxide 5 to 11%, and magnesium oxide 1 to 3%. alumina 1 to 3%. These are the range in which compositions of commercial glasses are found. Now let us consider a typical composition of container glass. Let us consider a typical composition of container glass. Silica 73%, sodium oxide 14%, calcium oxide 10%, alumina 1.5%, MgO 1%, and 0.5%. Now, primary raw materials are major raw materials: sand, that is silica, sodium carbonate, limestone, feldspar, alumina, and minor are fining agents, colorants, etc. as per need, as per requirement. Now sand should be of high purity. Silica should be minimum percent, minimum 98%. Alumina percentage maximum 1.5%. Iron oxide maximum 3%. 0% maximum 0.5%, and alkalis maximum 0.01%. Its sand should be as pure as possible. Minimum 98% should be silica. Impurity should be as minimum as possible. Now these are the major raw materials. Minor raw materials are fining agents, coloring agents if necessary, if needed, and oxidizing agents and reducing agents as per need, about which we will discuss later on in detail. About fining agents and coloring agents we will discuss later on. Now the picture shows the flow diagram for the manufacture of commercial glasses. Step 1 is processing of raw materials. That is washing, crushing and grinding. Process raw materials. Stored in different silos. Then batch making. And then mixing. Equivalent amounts of different raw materials, the sand, sodium carbonate, limestone, feldspar, different equivalent amounts of different raw materials are added to meet the chemical composition of the glass. We will discuss later on for the composition of equivalent amount of raw materials. It will take time, so separately we will discuss how to calculate the equivalent amounts of different raw materials to meet the chemical composition of the glass. After mixing, this is charged into the furnace, that is melting. Now the different processes in the furnace, that is melting, fining and homogenization, etc., are carried out in the glass tank furnace. On smaller scale, crucible furnaces are used for making special glasses or colored glasses, and for making on larger scale, glass tank furnaces are used of larger capacity to produce commercial glass. Different zones are in the furnace. Now the picture shows the schematic diagram showing different zones in the glass tank furnace. First is melting zone, then fining zone as shown in the picture, homogenization, then forming of wares now temperatures in different zones are in melting zone temperature ranging from 1400 to 1600 degrees Celsius, fining zone 1450 to 1500 degrees Celsius, and in feeder temperature is 1100 to 1300 degrees Celsius. Molding into different wares. After that is good for annealing. And after that, inspection. Next stage, inspection and sorting. Rejected pieces are again used as cullet. So in composition, in batch composition, about 40%. Up to 40% is used as cullet. Up to 40% of batch used. Cullet. Used glasses or rejected glass pieces are used as cullet, about 40% in the batch. It helps in melting of the batch. Later on we will discuss about fining, how fining is done, homogenization, and what are the different colorants to produce different color glasses. We will discuss later on. Now we will stop here and continue further in the next session. Till then, goodbye and thanks for watching.